A very good morning to all of you, and a warm welcome to my educational channel, The Story of Life, committed for providing quality education with cultural value. So, dear students, in this episode, the lecture number one, we are especially discussing about the botany. It is just an introduction, okay? So, dear students, what basically drives a life is so there is just a simple statement behind this. The statement is like a little current which is kept by sunshine. And if we illustrate the whole sentence, it means one of the best gift from the nature. The plant has evolved on the long course of evolution, and that is known as photosynthesis. That is known as what? Photosynthesis. Dear students, photosynthesis, it is a constructive process or an anabolic process in which simple inorganic molecules, the plant from the simple inorganic molecule synthesize the large organic molecule along with the oxygen is liberated. So can you believe that just an carbon dioxide molecule and water molecule in presence of the sunlight and the chlorophyll pigment, a complex organic sugar molecule is forming, that is known as glucose. So that is really an amazing phenomenon, my dear students. And I think the reaction, it is just C6 6CO2 plus 12H2O, then the reaction is C6H12O6. So how many times just took to complete the sentence? Just only the 10 seconds. But the nature developed it in the long course of the evolution, and it takes more than millions and millions of the years. And even in the today's world, all the species are existing and are surviving, and it is because of this reaction. So let me define the word photosynthesis. So in a standard form of it means when the light basically strikes one of the molecules of the green pigment chlorophyll, then the electron excites and it boosts and and jump to the higher energy level and initiate a flow. And the flow of electron, dear students, and the flow of the electron normally we known as current. And this flow, it results what happened, the radiant energy of the sun, it is converted into the chemical energy of sugar molecule, and that is nothing as what? Photosynthesis. That is known as what? Photosynthesis. So dear students, please concentrate on the screen. Here you can see an image I have taken, okay, from the internet. This is the diagram of the water lily, and it is an aquatic adaptation. So plant, they are found in terrestrial and the aquatic as well. Dear students, this water lily, it evolved, it adapted certain properties, certain characteristic features. Okay, for example, the waxy coat covering which protects from the water, and the stomata present on the upper surface. Okay, you have to know this point, it is very important. Stomata, it is present only on the upper surface. Okay, it is absent in the lower surface because lower surface is in contact with the water, in contact with what? Water. So stomata, it is only present on the upper surface for the exchange of the gases. So now you know about the photosynthesis, and now let me define the word botany. So dear student, botany, it basically comes from the Greek word botane, 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 and which means basically plant, and it derived from the verb boskin, Boskein, boskin, which means to feed. So dear students, the plant, they are not only providing the food for the human being, but also they are providing the food for the entire living organisms, of course. And they are also providing the fiber for the clothing, wood for the furnitures, then the pepper for the books, spices for the flavors, drugs for the medicine, and of course the oxygen we breathe. So now you just imagine, without the oxygens, how the life will continue, so just you imagine it. So the next, my dear students, we are discussing about the genetic engineering and other form of the modern molecular technology. They do some kind of the changes in the plant, and the plant can be transformed. So what happened actually, the plant, I think all of you know, the plant, they have DNA, and not only the plant, every single cell there is DNA, and known as the deoxyribonucleic acid. And in the DNA, the functional part, which is code for the protein, they are known as the gene. And gene is responsible for the each and every single characters of an organisms. It determines the characters of an organisms. Okay, it designs the phenotypic makeup of an organisms. Now what happened, by the help of an expert genetic engineer, they insert the foreign DNA into the plant, so that the plant can be transformed. Okay, and may be helpful to resist the disease, kill the pest, produce vaccine, manufacture the biodegradable plastic, tolerate the high salt soil, resist freezing, provide higher level of the vitamin minerals in the food product, such as the maize and the rice as well. So dear students, now you understood the genetic engineering and other forms of the modern molecular technology. They are developing, okay, they are growing, and currently nowadays the genetically modified crops are also found in the different countries, okay, are available in the market, and they are enriched with the vitamins and the minerals as well. The next, let me define the word fossil. So my dear student, fossil, the first known fossil was recorded, I think, 3.5 billion years back in the Western Australia. And this fossil, they are microfossil, and they are basically consist of several kinds of a small, relatively filamentous microorganism, just like the cyanobacteria, and they are known as the stromatolites. They are known as what? Stromatolites. So let